Am I live?
Yeah, madam, you are live.
A very good afternoon, everyone. We welcome you all to the webinar organized by the Banking, Financial Services and Insurance Board of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India today on a very innovative topic, white label banking. And we are really privileged to have with us esteemed speaker, CMA Dr. P. Sivarama Prasad sir. He is the former Assistant General Manager, State Bank of India. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. From the institute, we have CMA Dr. Aditi Dasgupta, madam. She is the Joint Director of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. We welcome you, madam.
Thank you,
And
Indrashi.
thank you, madam. And from the, we also have our chairman, sir, CMA Chittaranjan Chattopadhyay, sir. He is in absentia today, and he has sent his best wishes for the program. And we have other BFSI team members as well. So just before we start, we are playing the Institute anthem, and then we will continue with the program. Share for content.
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मामृतं गमय
मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मामृतं गमय
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मामृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति।
Thank you. So now I would request CMA Dr. Aditi Dasgupta, madam. She is the Joint Director of our institute for the welcome address. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, Indrakshi. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. So the topic here goes like it's a white level banking, which definitely Dr. Prasad would enlighten us about. Just to brief on it, it refers to the financial products and services provided by a third-party bank or financial institution, which are rebranded and marketed by another company under its own brand name. It allows non-banking firms to offer banking services without obtaining a banking license or developing the necessary infrastructure. Well, Dr. Prasad will go into a lot more details and will definitely enlighten us. Just to brief on how the cost management accountants like the CMAs are going to play a role in this white level banking, then we can say that the CMAs can ensure the financial efficiency and profitability. We can analyze the cost structures and implement the strategies to control and reduce the expenses associated with offering banking services. The CMAs can actually provide the detailed financial insights, helping the companies make informed decisions about the pricing, product development, and resource allocation. We can also monitor financial performance, identify the areas of improvement, and ensure compliance with financial regulations. By optimizing the cost management things, we can support the sustainability and growth of white label banking operations. Now, we would definitely learn much more about this. But before that, over to Indrakshi, and I welcome you all and hope we will have a great 2 hours ahead. Happy great learning.
Thank you, Aditi. I am back here.
And
Oh,
definitely,
thank you. Welcome, sir.
actually, there was a program at EIRC. I was there. Before I convey my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Prasad, Dr. CMA P. Sivarama Prasad, I convey my heartfelt gratitude to all the participants to be here to listen to a very new concept of white label banking. And this white label banking, as you know, is another term for private level financial services of banking. And you know, this banking as a service is called BaaS, and in which banks open up their applications and through application program interfaces, APIs, to let third parties build their own financial products with existing infrastructure. White label banking accelerates the builders' go-to-market strategy for removing regulatory, legal, and technical obstacles. Friends, this private level financial services enable fintechs and third parties to showcase a slick company branded fronted while leveraging on established banks. Actually, all these products and banks license, regulatory compliances, and technology on the back end to offer core banking features that rival major institutions. Common white label banking services, as you know, this includes savings and checking accounts, current accounts, debit, credit, cards, simplified bill payments, online payment transfer systems, personal loans, mortgages, insurance, bank statements with transaction details, balance notifications. All these, areas, this encompass this white label banking. And I'm very glad to tell you that we are going to launch our fintech course very shortly. Before that, we sensitize all the participants on this particular various types of fintech services that is now being given by the banks. As you know, the last program in our webinars, we have listened from one general manager, risk management of Union Bank of India, that how banks are also, they are taking the services of the fintech companies. So there is a plethora of opportunities for the CMAs, plethora of opportunities for the people who want to enter into the fintech, this field. Therefore, these sort of programs we have coined with the help of our architect of the program. And this architect of the program, I must convey my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. P. Sivarama Prasad. And I'm sure that many of our ventures into this particular fintech issues will be well accepted by the participants. And in near future, when our courses will be launched, already we have already kept our prospectus and information brochure in our websites, as I understand department has done. Now I request everybody to go through the modules, and I'm sure the 7 module in advanced course on fintech will be very much, it would be an excellent opportunity for you to learn about this particular fintech modules. And at the end of the day, you will be all having opportunity to sensitize yourself, to skill yourself, and you will be building capacity to serve the fintech, conglomerations. With this, I am again conveying my heartfelt thanks to everybody who are here to just listen. And my request to you, if any questions you will please put forward in the chat box so that we can also understand what sort of requirement you do have. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for such an inspiring chairman's speech. So now I would have the privilege of introducing our esteemed speaker, CMA Dr. P. Sivarama Prasad, sir. He is a qualified professional in cost accountancy, company secretary, finance, commerce, insurance, and banking, with experience of 36 years in banking and financial services, with cross-cultural experience and good knowledge in the insurance sector. He is a fellow member of ICSI, the Indian Institute of Banking and Finance, Insurance Institute of India, and the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. He is former AGM of SBI, and he is faculty of our courses in BFSIB. We welcome you, sir. Now over to Sivarama Prasad, sir, for his address. Sir, please.
Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you.
My PPT is visible, madam.
Yes, it's visible.
Voice is audible.
Yes, audible.
Ah. So first of all, thanks to BFSI board and Chairman Chittaranjan sir for giving me an opportunity to discuss about the various concepts of fintech, financial and technology in the banking sector. So the today's topic is on white label banking. So from time to time, on account of the technology base, there is a scope, there is a possibility to develop various products. The technology is that much strength is there. And we can even if you compare with 20 years or 30 years back with the present banking, a lot of changes were happened in the part of the liability products like deposits, or on the part of the asset products like advances or remittances, etc., etc., etc. So with this, particularly in 2003 onwards, banks are in a big manner started introduction of the core banking services. The core banking services is nothing but anywhere banking, anywhere banking. Only one server that is located in the head office of the bank or whatever the location is there. All branches are connected to the server only. Take for example, State Bank of India server is located at Bombay. All 23,000 branches are connected to the only one server or one computer system. All are 23 branches, all terminals are dummy terminals, and that is called nodes, NODES nodes. Not only that one, 50,000 ATMs are there. This 50,000 ATMs are also connected to the server. And every day, a bank in your home, internet banking, everybody is using, that is also connected to the server. And a bank in your hand, that is mobile bank, that is also connected to the server. Call centers are also connected to server, and the other branches located in foreign countries are also connected to the server. And in that particular server, lot of softwares are developing from time to time for convenience of the customer to reduce the cost of operations. Once the cost of operations are reduced, public will be tempted to use the banking services. That's why lot of developments are happening on account of a technology that is imbibed in the banking sector. One of that particular, this one is white label banking. White label banking. So the white label banking, I will discuss in detail up to 6 o'clock. The tomorrow's bankers, particularly the banks of the future, will be the software companies. Because slowly the software companies are taking over the banking system. Once the software is that much powerful, bankers are only expertise in how to mobilize the deposit, how to lend the business, how to lend the loans, or how to give the loans. But software people, particularly software companies, how to fine tune the product, whether it is a liability product or the deposit product. That much strength, that much capability are there in the IT system. So that's why the banks of the future will be the software company. And for easy understanding of the concept, particularly the white label banking or whatever the concept is there, for easy understanding of that particular concept, I have taken one small example in day-to-day, whatever we are using that particular product or different products. What is that one? Taneera, a Tata product. Everybody knows about this one. Taneera, a Tata product. Tata company started. This is a white label business model. not banking model, business model. White label business model, everywhere it is there. On day-to-day life, so many white label business models are there. That model is introduced in the banking system. That's why this is called white label banking. What is a Taneera? A Tata product. Taneera showroom at Bangalore. Tata brand. Taneera is a good. Tata brought out a good product for us, and ladies, they are eager to enter into the showroom. But this product is not manufactured by Tata. He is not having the production department. He is not having any raw material to manufacture these products. But the brand is Taneera, the Tata product, a Tata product. If you see the logo, a Tata product, it is not manufactured by Tata. He is not employed the workers. He is not having the factories. But the brand is Taneera, a Tata product. And everybody astonished. Oh, Tata is going to enter into the saris or cloth market also, cloth business also. But if you take the white label business model, particularly Taneera, the first Taneera store housed in remodeled villa of Bangalore Indira Nagar recently opened its doors to business. And across the country, Taneera, all particularly in Hyderabad and tier 1 cities, already they have established their shops also. Saris are the main draw here. Only the saris. They came from 20 different states of the country. They came from 20 different states of the country. Each of them hand woven and made natural fibers such as cotton, silk and linen. They are not manufactured. They don't have any factory. They don't have any workers. They don't have any sari manufacturing machines. But Taneera, a Tata product. And if you see the Taneera, everywhere it is there, but it is not manufactured by Tata. A Taneera traveled, particularly the team of the Taneera team, traveled length and breadth of India. They will travel their representatives to bring under one roof the fabulous collection of the saris includes Mugas from Assam, cotton from Chettinad, and Tusars from Bhagalpur, and Iktas from Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, Orissa, and chicken curry and from Lucknow, and classic Banaras silks or Kanjivarams or heirlooms pieces, patalons are from Gujarat, and muslin from that particular Bengal, etc. etc. All these sarees are not manufactured by Tata. The team of the Tata, they collected and they are put under one roof and they created one brand, that a Tata product, and they are selling as if it is manufactured by Tata. It is manufactured by Tata. The same logic, the same model, the same process, the white label banking also. If at all you are having a good knowledge in IT, and you can go to the bank and take the white label banking and do the business. Here, to start particularly saris, lot of weaving machines, labor, controlling the labor, working capital, all these things are required. But at Tata, you don't invest in anything. In the similar manner, in white label banking also, you need not invest any capital expenditure. Whatever the products of the bank is there, you convert it into your product with the packing, with the branding, all these things, you sell the products, thereby you are getting a huge amount of revenue. That is the model that is there across the globe, across the world. The same logic or the same type of a process is implemented in India also. Public sector also, they are going to introduce. That's why last week, when the general manager of the Union Bank of India, while delivering the lecture, he clearly told nearly 100 people are there in my bank. They are fintech companies. They are providing various types. So all the fintech companies, they are supporting to the bank and they are selling by using the technology of the bank product. It is a win-win situation both to the bank as well as the fintech. The fintech companies are to be registered with Reserve Bank of India under non-banking financial company. It is not a bank. They are not mobilizing deposits. They are not manufacturing the banking products. Simply the technology base is there. The technology base they will take into consideration, and they are selling the products of the bank by converting the product, by packing the product, by putting the logo or putting the brand. They are selling the products like Tanera. And the same concept is already there in the country. White label ATM. What is a white label ATM? White label ATM means bank need not install any ATM. If at all I am having 1 crore, I will purchase nearly 20 ATMs. And I will go to the bank. Sir, I am installing ATM. And whatever the hits are there, hits means whenever the people are taking the cash, that is called hit. Whenever people are taking the account statement, that is also hit, HIT hit. And based on hit, the bank will give per transaction 10 rupees or 15 rupees or 5 rupees like that. And daily they are getting a huge amount of profit. And in that process, what are the bank benefits? Bank need not incur any capital expenditure. The capital expenditure is nothing but purchasing of ATM. It is on an average 3 lakhs. And air condition, another 20,000, 30,000 or 40,000, and a room interiors, all these things. So if you take into consideration, it comes to the connectivity, the particularly the UPS, all these things at 10 lakhs. State Bank of India, they have invested 50,000 ATMs into 10 lakhs. That much capital expenditure is introduced. Then one by one, in developed countries, white label ATM. Why you are installing the ATMs? The ATMs will be installed by others. You give the connectivity of your core banking. Then people will withdraw. How many withdrawals are there? Accordingly, per transaction you pay. Then your job, the control, the monitor, the maintenance, all these things will be taken care of by the third person. Then your business will increase. And that person also is getting some revenue. That is called white label ATM. White label ATM are kinds of ATM that are managed and operated by some companies. If at all you are individual, you can take the NBFC and they approach the bank. Sir, I am having I am installing 100 ATMs in different location. Please give the connectivity, and based on the number of transaction, please give the per transaction cost. And they don't put any bank name on that particular ATM room. The Tata Indica Cash, that is the white label. Tata people, they have installed a number of ATMs in different parts of the country. So based on the hits, they are getting the revenue. That's why it is a revenue. Reliance also. That is called white label. Not only that one, even small people, 100 ATMs, 50 ATMs, if you install, bank will give the connectivity and you can take that transaction also. Transaction, whatever the revenue the bank is paying, then you can take. White label ATM are the kinds of the ATM that are managed and operated by some non-banking entities or the individuals as per the mandate generated by the Reserve Bank of India. Under this kind of the business model, NBS can operate these ATMs for banking transaction irrespective of the bank NBFCs have. And what are the advantages to the bank? Okay, I'm taking the services of white label. In the white label, no bank name, all banks transactions are happening there only. So in the white label ATM, what is the beauty is they can take the connectivity of all banks. Then all bank ATM or debit card holders, they can withdraw the amount there. Thereby, the bank name is not there. The Tata Indica, Indicash, that logo is there. So the advantage this is no capital expenditure, no recurring expenditure for the bank. Capital expenditure means purchasing of ATM, purchasing of air conditioner, purchasing of the uninterrupted power supply UPS, and connectivity, electricity connections, security, and all maintenance, cleaning of the room, and the replacement of the rollers, particularly the slips. All these things are done by the third person only. And no recurring expenditure. Per transaction withdrawal, banks are paying only 10 rupees. If at all, my bank 400 hits are there, 400 into 10 rupees, 4,000. Another bank 400 into like that. The bank at the end of the day, the list will come. Bank directly pay the amount to the concerned bank, the concerned the white label ATM company. The advantages to NBFC or any individual who is installing ATMs, install ATM at strategic locations. He will choose the locations in a strategic location where the number of hits are there, where the cash requirement people are using, particularly in malls and other places like that. And the cash provided by the individual banks as per hits. Cash is also instantly the bank will pay. Cash van is by the particular company, NBFC, and all ATM card holders can access the ATMs. All ATM hits a transaction above the break-even point level. So once number of hits are more, to recover that particular per day, the capital expenditure, the fixed cost and variable cost of the installation of ATM, only if 200 transactions are there, he will get he will reach the break even. Above 200 transaction, always profitable to the other company. This type of outsourcing of activities are more in the banking system. Today, the bank, the core activities they are getting the license, they are following the regulatory guidelines, but these people are doing the services on behalf of the bank, and they will change the logo or whatever it is there. They don't put white label ATM. You will not see any banks the logo or bank name. That's why it is called white label ATM. And thereby NBFCs are in profit. Bank is in profit. NBFCs are in bank. Both are win-win situation. So that is the base of this one. Not only this one, particularly in the fintech companies. So for the last 4 lectures, the 3 to 4 lectures I have given, all are related to the fintech ideas. So many fintech ideas are there across the globe. All fintech company, that is software companies, they are approaching. That's why last week also I told for practitioner doctors, lot of medical representatives are this tablet is useful for this tablet is useful like that. Today in the bank head offices also, so many fintech companies are coming. Sir, we want to provide this service and both will be beneficial. You are benefited, I am also benefited. My technology support is there, and I will sell your products by changing the futures, characteristics, whatever it is there. In the similar manner, State Bank of India also recently introduced one more product that is called State Bank of India sanctioned 2030 crores under co-lending tie-up with NBFCs. Co-lending tie-up. Suppose if at all you are NBFC and registered with the Reserve Bank of India, you can approach the State Bank of India. Sir, co-lending, whatever the home loans, car loans, education, personal loans, MSME loans, or Mudra loans, whatever the products, banking products are there, on behalf of you, I will sell and give me the commission. And both will be benefited. And the funds are arranged by the bank only, documentation is arranged by the bank only, but a technology base is there with the NBFC. They will develop the API, application program interface, link to the core banking, and all are online. Here, the NBFCs, they need not open the branch. They need not recruit the staff also. Particularly, the technology is their asset. Technology is their staff. Technology is their overheads. Technology is their capital expense. All these things are taken by the API, application program interface. So State Bank of India sanctioned 2030 crores under the co-lending type with NBFC. Under this model, State Bank of India sanctioned more than 2.79 crores, 2 crores 79,000 lakhs borrowers amounting to 2030 crores according to bank's latest annual report. So the bank is not providing home loans. The bank is not providing housing, the education loans. The bank, third party persons, they are selling, and the bank is also giving the suitable the commission to the third parties. Thereby the bank balance sheet is increasing. The third parties are also, they are getting suitable remuneration. This is all are happening with the help of technology. According to the bank's latest balance sheet, and this co-lending is also now all banks are started. If at all, that's why for the last 1 year, the NBFC registrations with the Reserve Bank of India is increasing trend. And every NBFC, they are registering with the Reserve Bank of India, taking the license. And if a technology base is there, they will approach the banks. It is as good as providing service to the bank, and they are getting suitable remuneration. State Bank of India so far entered a co-lending type with 23 non-banking financial companies. Now all public sector banks and private sector banks, they are in queue. Once the elephant, that is a State Bank of India, is an elephant in the banking sector. And once the elephant is following other small, the banks are also following that footprints of the elephant. Housing finance companies in a bid enhanced reach to the unserved and underserved populace. Today, if you see the banking, only 50% is penetrated, not 100%. Still demand is for the banking services in the emerging country like India, nearly 142 crores plus population, only 50% people are enjoying the fruits of the banking system. So the demand is 100. Only the banks are captured only 50. Remaining 15, now with the help of these fintech models or the co-lending models, the companies are started. And at the same time, the regulatory measures, the controlling points, due diligence, all these things are there. Simply, if at all I am started one NBFC and approach a State Bank of India, immediately they don't take. They will take all the factors that is international, the particularly international standards are there while taking the fintech companies on fold by the banks or for co-lending purposes. Further, India's largest bank launched an end-to-end digital platform for credit underwriting. Suppose one fintech company is there. They have processed one housing loan. Online, it will come to the State Bank. And a State Bank that is verified with particularly end-to-end digital platform for credit under whether to take that loan or reject that loan based on the KYC, know your customer guidelines, based on the income statement, based on income tax returns submitted by the prospective borrower. Disbursement collections of the co-lending. NBFC sends the application through online, then check and cross checks are there. That too, this is not through human intervention, the technology support. That's why the technology is one of the input to every organization. Okay, for manufacturing organization, raw material is one of the raw material, one of the input. At the same time, today the technology is also to be considered as input. Under this model, SBI sanctioned loans to 2.79 lakhs borrowers amounting to 2030, according to the banks. Out of this, more than 2.70 accounts sanctioned in the complete digitalized model of loans up to 3 lakhs. The loan ticket size is 3 lakhs. Ticket size is the average sanctioned amount is 3 lakhs. And all are digital model only. In the coming days, you need not visit to the bank for loan. You need not the pre-approved loans, whether it is a MSME or the others, they will get that particular this. So under this model, particularly 2.7 lakhs accounts were sanctioned and all are under digital mode loans up to 2 lakhs. With the overall co-lending sanctions, the bank as a part of a co-lending tie-up with 9 the NBFCs, 9 NBFCs sanctioned 1,042 MSME loans also to the tune of 469 crores. This is not restricted to housing, car loan, education loan, personal loan, mortgage loans or other type of loans, but it is also the MSME, those who require the term loans, working capital, bill discount, etc., etc. This is as on 31st March 2024. This is as on 31st March 2024. Under the digital co-lending platform, SBI exercises the discretion to take or reject the loan. Okay, I am typed with NBFC. While taking the NBFC, I have taken the due diligence and all the. It doesn't mean whatever the applications they are sending, simply they don't sanction. That is online only, no human intervention. The system will not sanction all to reject or take, because the through machine learning process, that is to be checked or cross-checked by the system with the particular various civil data or the other whatever the parameters matrix developed in the software, subject to bank due diligence. So simply whatever the kachada or some of the people they enter with the bank and they will send the low quality proposals. No, it will be rejected. Once all are rejected, the bank will terminate the co-lending arrangement also with that particular NBFC company. They have to ensure the quality. They have to ensure the double check. Then at the same time, the third eye concept, third eye EYE concept, the bank will also verify. Then only it will be processed. The bank also aforementioned project first business application. It is on public cloud. Private cloud means a bank separate cloud. Public cloud means the bank is also accessing the public cloud, which is a high risk. But Amazon Web Service they are using, and whatever the risk parameters that is mitigated, and they have entered into the public cloud also, and integrated using the APIs. The NBFC bank are the integrated with the APIs, application program interface. So public cloud and the APIs. So with this, actually the NBFC, while selling the bank products, they don't incur anything. Only the brain, the software that is developed by them and integrated with the bank software, that only they have to, and they have to online, the particular applications are to be collected and verified through the technology only, no human interaction. The manpower cost is very less, and the technology risks are to be mitigated. All these things are there. It is a partner with UB. This is a paradigm shift in the lending landscape, brought into the bank the strong collaboration between two diverse organizations. That's a large bank and a Agile FinTech. It is a FinTech company. UBI, 5OUBI, UB. So here, for various products, bank products are n number of products are there. For all these products, in the coming days, the FinTech services are also available. Bank in the top, bottom, and middle is the FinTech, top is the branding. Thereby the penetration level will increase. The financial inclusion, all bank services. What is a financial inclusion? All the services of the bank to be utilized by all the people in the country. That is eligible people in the country. I'm not talking about the kids. I'm not talking about the 90, above 80 years like that. All eligible people, families or individuals or the business people, they have to taste the product of the banking sector. SBI actively looking for financing farmer producers organization. I have given one lecture, particularly one webinar on a farmer producers organization. For cost and management accountants, this is a big opportunities. You are creating companies in the villages, that is called FPO. FPOs are to be registered under Companies Act 2013. Or limited liabilities of partnership also, particularly in villages. For the growth of villages, FPOs are play a vital role. In the coming days, the State Bank of India is going to give the particular this flavor, co-lending flavor, by taking the services of the farmer producers organization, and conducted multiple FPO Connect programs during the current year, that is 2024. And SBI also floated one subsidiary that is called SBOSS. For the SBI outsourcing services subsidy, they have created one floating the private entity. These private entity, they are mobilizing the particular applications in the villages, particularly the semi-urban and rural. That's why it is called rural semi-urban, RUSU areas. RUSU areas means rural and semi-urban. So in these areas also, whatever the small loans are there, that is captured, because potentiality is there. Even after nationalization, still the banking penetration is level that is only 50%. Another 15% untapped market is there, that is to be tapped. That fruits are to be enjoyed by all the people. Then only 100% total financial inclusion will happen in the country. The subsidiary vehicles, particularly the SBOSS, high tech, high touch, low cost. That type of services, bank branches is even though high touch is there, but high cost. But SBOSS, a subsidiary of State Bank of India, they are providing with a low tech cost. Mode helped the bank sourcing more than 6.70 lakh new Kisan credit cards. They are providing loans to the agricultures, particularly the working capital loans, to the tune of 13,500 crores. 13,500 crores. Now we are entering into the white label banking. So different models are coming in the banking industry. In the coming days, you can see how many types or models, because this is the youngsters are to be utilized in the banking sector. All people should enjoy the banking services. And once the banking is called backbone to the economy, once the backbone is strong, economy will develop. And all three important sectors of the economy, like agriculture, our industries, our service sector, all will grow. So that's why the white label banking is one model. Last week I have told about open banking. Before that I have touched about the DFID, distributed financial lending. Like that, next week also I'm going to take one InsurTech, insurance technology, like fintech, banking technology, that is the finance and the technology, like that InsurTech. Lot of developments are happening in the insurance also based on the technology, empowering the financial innovation, the role of a white label banking. The role of a white label banking. Take for example, particularly white label is a companies of a third party manufactured products through their own label or brand on it and market the products as their own. It happens everywhere. White label is where the companies take, the banks are taking third party. The companies, particularly NBFCs, are taking third party manufactured products and use and put their label and brand it and sell it. That is called white label. So if at all you are in NBFC, you are taking the third party products like banks and remove that label and put your label and sell it in the market, both will be for this the legal, the documentation, all these things are clearly spelled out and as per the international standards or benchmarks. It is happen everywhere. That's a Taneira. I told about Taneira. They are purchasing that too on credit basis. Here, the Taneira only the ambience of the shops. And Taneira, a Toyota product they develop. And the sarees are made by the weavers. They are purchasing the raw material. They are weaving the raw material. They are sending the product to the particular central point of Tata. And Tata removed that label and put their label and sell it through their particular. First, actually, Tata thought about these products only through online. After that, for initial penetration of the product, particularly a lot of cloth showrooms are there, and the ladies are also interested to see and then only purchase. That's why he started a limited number of shops, the showrooms. But it is basically the thought is the business model is white label business model. Initially, he thought of the online only. This will happen everywhere. You might know, not know, when you encounter white label product, whether he is manufactured or somebody is manufactured that product. So in the white label banking also, whether the product belongs to this company or State Bank or Union Bank or Canara Bank or Bank of India or ICICI or HDFC, you may not aware. It is called a private labeling also. White labeling gives brands opportunities to create entirely the new customer experience. Old wine in new bottle. Old wine in new bottle. So the banks are also exhausted their efforts, and now they are taking the services of neo banking, neo banking, that is fintech banking. And the new customer experience without all work well, and the business organization actually creating new. Once you see the product, this is manufactured by Taneira only. Taneira not manufactured. In the similar manner that a financial product also not manufactured that, but they're not developed by that particular fintech company. It is other company, borrowed from other company. He is only the intermediary. The product developed, the product designed, and the product characteristics all are developed by the banking and registered with the Reserve Bank of India, taking the license from the Reserve Bank of India, following the regulations of the Reserve Bank of India, and the platform of a core banking system also developed. He attached one API application interface. Then he is enjoying the base. He is enjoying the foundation of that particular the bank. White label banking is called as a banking as a service, provided that uses banking application program interfaces to build up their own label, white label platform financial product over the licensed banking existence infrastructure. The infrastructure created by the bank. The bank is getting the license from the Reserve Bank. The bank is mobilized the deposits. And the core banking system architecture is also developed by the bank. All are the bank, but one API is linked to the core banking, and he will design, remodel that one and sell to the people. The people may not aware whether it is a State Bank product or that bank product or this bank product. But for that, all these things, guidelines and other legal and whatever the KYC, all are inbuilt, and how to recover the loan, all these things are there. You need not imagine, okay, sir, this person is not there, who will recover that amount? All these things are there. NBFCs or fintechs have complete creative control. Why the white label? Because once I am writing an article, if that article is given to a particular English knowledge people, then they will articulate in a different manner. The base is developed by me. The touches are given by the others. So here, creative control over the influence of the existing market. Once the paint dries, the existing, particularly the banks, they are optimum point reach, and they are looking the existing market only. And their paints are also dried. That is, people are, that's why today what is happening in most of the companies, after certain time, they are changed the color, they are changed the logo also. People are inviting the new. At least they will change the logo or color, background, all these things. All these things are, once the paint is dried of the bank, that is a paint, the whatever the people are State Bank, no. Today, what is happening in the Hyderabad also? Earlier, restaurants are there. Restaurants branded Taj Taj hotels are there, Taj Mahal hotel, restaurants and other small restaurants are there. Today, the IT company people, particularly the IT company people, they are Rameshwaram, the restaurant or hotel, and they put the Abdul Kalam's board because Abdul Kalam Sara is also born at Rameshwaram. And they have designed the ambience and all these things. The food of the other world hotels, the food of Rameshwaram is more or less same. Yesterday, one more hotel was started in Hyderabad, Nannaya. The Rameshwaram powder, that Nannaya, the food is one and the same. But the brand, the color, the ambience and the parking, all these things, most of these promoters are youngsters, that to IT company people. In the similar manner, the fintech companies are also, most of the fintech company owners are also IT company software engineers are like that. They are developing the app and they are selling the app, not selling, they are not selling. They are using their app by integrating with the banking system. NBFC's fintech throw a flash new logo on the existing company's product. Create some wonderful branded customer experience, develop Instagram or WhatsApp, etc., following the community around. The original Taj restaurant is there in Hyderabad, number of places. The ambience is quality for food they will provide, but the appearance, all these things are in the good olden days type. These people, they have taken that Taj with the brand and they remodeled that one with the colorful and lighting system and all these things. And the instead of Taj, a grand Taj or new Taj like that. In the similar manner, once the paints are dried, the existing company, the fintech companies, they remodeled it and they will change the shape of the company. Actually, this is a inevitable loss. If you see the product life cycle, the product cycle starts the introduction, the growth phase, and the maturity phase. Once the maturity phase is reached, then decline will start. To arrest the decline, this type of strategies are very much required for every company. Otherwise, they are no more in the market. To increase the business further after maturity stage, white label business model helps to further penetration in the market. To continue in the market further, the white label business model is inevitable. That's why startup companies are there coming. Technology also, you give the flavor of the technology. The idea behind white label is a win-win to bank and NBFCs. It is a win-win to bank and NBFCs. NBFC take a complete product and brand it in its own. But the background is different. The background is the State Bank or Union Bank or Canara Bank, the bank is there. But the fintech company reshaped that one, name change, and they will try to attract whatever the technology is there. They will introduce and they will mobilize, they will attract the new customer and they will give the new customer experience. White label is putting brand on something and making it is better. It better. Lot of opportunities are there. If at all you are a NBFC, a small NBFC, need not be a big NBFC, and the technology support is available, and what type of bank products you are going to sell, and what are the terms and all these things banks are daily they are taking. That's why last week that general manager told nearly 100 fintech companies are providing various services or selling outlets for the Union Bank of India. White label gives brands that opportunity to explore the new revenue avenues, providing complete control over the brand and customer experience, also offering high level of control aspects of production, pricing, and profits. So here, particularly the white label ATM brands, it is an opportunity, and they will control over the production and the pricing, the profit, all these things. New brands even offer more. If at all the companies are manufacturing new products and it gives the finished product as a starting point to make their own. So white labeled banking means not from the growth stage on the maturity stage onwards, even introduction stage onwards also white label business models are there. White label is everywhere. Particularly it is especially prevalent in retail industry. Retail industry, where major retailers often throw or very carefully place their own product on its own product. They will even reach to third-party manufacturer for help in creating entirely a new product that can brand and throw it on the shelves of in order to build the entirely new customer experience. That's why I told about old wine in new bottle. Old wine in new bottle. Only the bottle change. Here also only the technology base is there. That's all. The second person, particularly the manufacturer, he will struggle for the production. He will struggle for managing the workers and all these things. Finally, he developed the product. The product final touches will be given with the help of technology by the other person. That is called a white label business model. And in the banking sector, it is called a white label banking. Although white label is a common strategy in retail, it is only just to become the increasing the popular strategy in banking, particularly fintech and neobanks. And fintech and neobanks, today the neobanks are started. N number of neobanks are there. N number of fintech companies are there. All are youngsters, particularly those who are from IITs or the technology experts, particularly those who work in Infosys or TCS or Wipro or whatever the companies are there. Those people, they are started this one. In fact, there is an open banking model. Last week I discussed for that open, if at all you matched the white labeled, open plus white labeled is equal to banking as a service. And the technology stack is a white label and neobanks are made. The banking as a service is a model creating white label banking designed. Actually, 3 layers are there in the PaaS, banking as a service. And the first one is a bank. The second one is a fintech. Third one is a branding. If these 3 areas are there, then again the product will be market penetration will increase like anything. The 3 players in the bank, particularly in the bank BaaS model, regulated banks, bank, and the fintech companies are provided and branding. Regulated act as a foundation of the BaaS solution, providing bank license because the bank is getting the license and handling regulator. They are interacting the banks, particularly the Reserve Bank of India, whatever the guidelines are there, they are implementing. The base is the bank. Second one is the fintech. Third one is the brand. The BaaS model is creating white label banks. Fintech service providers occupy a middle layer. And the stack, in that particular stack, bank, fintech, brand, these 3 are called BaaS. And brand occupy the top layer of the stack, controlling the things of the customer experience and branding, and often uses interface of the digital experiences. Although the white label fintech typically as a service middle layer, and it will sometimes occupy the top 2 layers also. Particularly the fintech companies, only the middle layer, the bank, the fintech, and the brand. And sometimes the fintech company will take the fintech as well as a brand also. So the bank is the base and the fintech is one and the top layer is the brand. Sometimes the fintech will also take the brand issues also and remodeled that one. Partnering with the licensed bank handles the legal and regulatory. The bank is taking the license and the regulatory, and the fintech provides as a service financial products. These important white label fintech players are typically known as neobanks. White labeled banks are called neobanks, NEO banks. Neobanks are 100% white label banks. Neobanks, if you see in the developed countries across the world, neobanks are n number of neobanks are there. They are supporting to the existing banks, whether it is a Citibank or Bank of America or ANZ Bank, whatever the banks are there across the globe. Neobanks maintain digital only, presently focused on highly specialized finance. Neobanks, only digital banks, no physical, no brick and mortar, and a customer centric experience without all the overhead of the physical branches with the white label banking platform. They create their own brand, connect a licensed bank with using APIs, application program interfaces, and develop their own financial product and customer experience. In simpler terms, they take the bank, dip in the bucket of a white paint, and make it as bank experience better. Once the bank product is there, they will put it in a bucket. The bucket contains a white paint, and they lift the bank product, and the existing logo, existing brand all are disappeared. It is white, and on that particular product, the fintech company, they will put their brand and sell it in the market. So the old is removed and the new, the customer experience, the customer, even that's why I told about today, the food prepared by Taj or Kamath hotels, all are even MTR in Bangalore also now on account of Rameshwaram, the chain of hotels. Some the touches are given in the restaurants, and the new touches are given in the restaurants, and the ambience and the sitting, all these things. Even MTR restaurants are also now it is a old in the similar manner, whether it is a Kamath or Taj hotels in the Hyderabad also now on account of Rameshwaram or Nannaya or different. They are giving the good ambience, the product, the logo, all these things. Then people are moved from Taj to Kamath to these hotels. The old hotels already vacant today. Earlier in Hyderabad, one hotel is that is called Chitnis. Now the Chitnis, the people are thin. Earlier in that particular hotel, the people crowd is more. In the similar manner, people are always likes the change, likes the new things, like the new color, like the new logo, all these things. So here the product is a bank's developed product only. The rate of interest is one and the same. Disbursement is one and the same. EMI, equated monthly installment is one and the same. But the technology flavor is they are giving. That's why it is called white label banking. Banks aside, think of the steps involved in the manufacturing of any product. Whatever the products background they are preparing, particularly in Taneira also, the sarees are manufactured by the weavers. They are putting the hard efforts. But Taneira, the ambience, the AC conditions, the looks are very, very good. And the online also, the EMA, the online marketing also, the photographs and all these things, as if the Tata manufacturing the saris. But they representatives are collected all the 20 states products, particularly the saris, and put it in one showroom, one roof, and they are selling. That is the basic model that is called white label model. The same model is adopted in the banking sector also. Components of the given product often made by different manufacturers in different locations around the world. Today, the particularly white label banking is anywhere in the country. So they need not open the branches also. The product can be sold in the world across the globe with the help of one connectivity wire that is called internet. Think given supply chain required the make the branded thing. It is only end brand and gets control of things placed in the market. The neobank does not see the licensed bank or as a finished product. They have never seen, even though the fintech companies, particularly the white label companies or NBFCs or the fintech companies, they are selling the product, but they have not seen the product, how it is developed, and they have not seen the bank also. Only through online it is happening. Suppose I am there in Hyderabad and I started one the particularly the NBFC registered with RBI and developed one app. At initial stages, I have interacted with the bank, and after that, they have given the access to my API to the bank core and the core banking solutions. Then my customers across the country and they are purchasing the product and I am processing that one through technology online only, and I never seen the particular bank premises very often, or I have not seen the how they are developed the product like that. Even in the tenor also, they never seen how the product is developed. The final product is coming and putting in the showrooms and selling, and the brand is a Tata product. In fact, many of them just avoid a difficulty process of become physical bank. Suppose if at all the physical banks are started, if at all I have not taken white label banking, then I have to start a physical bank. I have to take the premises. I have to modernize the premises. I have to create the ambience. I have to put the stuff. I have to put the computer server. I have to put the age condition. All these things are a little bit costly. And now I am taking the service of the white label banking. That is a neo banking or fintech banking. They are creating my branch in a screen, in a computer screen. And people feel as if they are visiting to the physical branch. This is really an alternative. They see the white label banking is a better starting point for creating innovation, branchless bank experience. Today, people are not happy with visiting to the branch. If at all they access that particular the online, then they feel different because the generation, the taste, the ideas, the likes or dislikes are entirely different from earlier generation. In a way, white label banking happens to even everything. And financial services, white label banking, label digital are not try to recapitulate the traditional bank. If at all they recapitulate, then everybody will not like it. Everybody will not like it. I have to put that wine in new bottle and put the label new label. And I should not simply remove the earlier label, not put it. The bottle is also to be changed in the similar manner. the experience is a different experience. Instead of approaching a credit officer, instead of submitting the KYC document, instead of submitting the pay slips, instead of submitting the IT returns and all these things, if at all online I have submitted, that is a different experience. They are trying to change it. They are trying to make better. And the boss is the bucket of white paint. So whatever the whatever the existing bank products are there, the white label banking, they will put it to the bucket and the old product shapes are removed and new product is appear. Only example I'm talking, only example. So the boss is their bucket of white paint. That's why it is called white label banking. And even today, particularly, the banks are not installing their computer system, whether it is a server, hardware, or software, or firmware, or humanware, no systems administrator, no programs, anything. They are taking the services of the cloud. But at the same time, while taking the services of the cloud, 2 weeks back, everybody faced the problem across the globe that cloud of the Microsoft, some problem is there. All flights are halted and the railway stations, the connectivity is lost. So, but at the same time, to avoid that is also one experience. They will be cautious. What is the problem? The problem should not arise. So like a cloud services, this is also BOSS is also one service. Infrastructure as a service is this are they in cloud. Platform as service PaaS is one type of cloud. Software as a service SaaS is one type of service, and serverless computing also like that in banking also. BOSS is also new services that are adopted. White label banking is also called BOSS. Banking services basis of trendest new term used white label and financing or bank. The two terms are synonymously used, but they are pretty close. White label or BOSS. White label has been around the while now, but the BOSS model even more relevant today. In the coming days, BOSS service, lot of scope is that's why initially I told the future banks are the IT companies. And the BOSS makes it the more relevant today as the industry edges and open banking and future consumes a direct finance to the world like Canada, etc. Now the banking, no boundaries. Earlier boundaries are there. Okay, whatever the FEMA guidelines and all these things, anyhow, that is also built. That is a different one. BOSS is a kind of a pre-packaged white label banking framework. Whatever the old product is there, pre-packaged white label bank. And the basic BOSS model allows brands to build innovative financial solutions. So simply not packing, innovative solutions. That's why last week also I told Rapido. I have booked one, this one, particularly the car to go to the city. And a car came and I have shared the whatever the OTP is there. Immediately one message came, whether the car is cleaned or not, yes or no. I have to see and no or yes. Whether the AC is on or not. Immediately that second message came. If AC is not on, then if I put no, then automatically my fare will be reduced. They will cut the fare also. The innovative, when compared to the Uber or Ola, the Rapido, that innovation. While starting the vehicle, they have asked whether the car is cleaned or not. So the innovations are happening only on account of the technology based. So the BOSS is a kind of a prepackaged white label banking phrase, and a basic BOSS model allows the brands to build innovative financial solutions into their own customer experience and modern API driven platforms based on the customer experience. Wherever the customer is feeling inconvenience, then they will rectify in the software and they will inform to the particular the bank also. In today's age, digital evolution, business relentlessly pursue the innovation, innovative methods. If innovation is not there, you are redundant or outdated in the market. And enrich the customer experience and broad service horizons. And the white label banking stands as a terrible asset, empowering the non-banking entities to deliver the financial services under their distinct brand entities. That is possible. That is possible. Everybody, whenever I am giving lectures, I told them one thing: opportunities, opportunities, opportunities. Opportunities are everywhere. It is not visible. It is intangible. We have to search, we have to scout, we have to scan, we have to use. Even after completion of the profession, also some of the people, no, supply is more, demand is less. But some people are getting, even when I am appearing for an examination, some people are passing, some people are failing. It means they are putting efforts. These people are not putting that much efforts. In the same market also, opportunities are everywhere. It is available. It depends upon your hard work, if at all. Even it depends upon your thinking process, and it is not like a product to be purchased in the supermarket. Some little bit efforts are required. White label banking is a terrible asset, empowering the non-banking entities deliver the financial under their distinct brand identities. White label banking is a business arrangement between the NBFC and the bank, whereas the licensed the financial institution, that is a bank, and a non-banking entity offering the products and services in own brand. The NBFCs, they will modify, they will revise, they will create, they will add some top up, and they will sell the products. This allows a non-banking company provide financial services without need of a banking license. That is the beauty. To get the banking licenses, the minimum of 500 crores are required. Branches are to be opened. Currency chests are to be opened. ATMs are to be opened. Core banking solutions are to be opened. Information technology to be, and you have to take the topmost people in the market into your bank, which is a costly one. And initially, you may not get adequate business. And over a period of time to reach the break-even point, it will take a minimum 3 to 4 years, subject to putting efforts. But here, already the base is developed by the bank, and the NBFC is taking without any license of a bank. Bank license is different, NBFC license is different. So they will get and they will start that one. The distinct approach, white label banking offering amplified reach. So the reach is also very good because the technology base, technology support. You can, the white label can reach the nook and corner of the country, that is the villages also. Enhance the digital capabilities, diversified revenue streams to banks and stand out. Particularly if at all you have started one branch, max to max 5 kilometers radius, the people will, or 3 to 5 kilometers radius, the people will come and deposit or take the various service. But in neobank or fintech companies, the roots of the country, that villages to the metros, that is your market. That is your boundaries, not 3 to 5 kilometers of boundaries. In an increasingly crowded fintech landscape, the necessity of robust fraud prevention mechanisms are also there. In general banking, particularly in normal physical banking, frauds are happening. But in neobanking, highlighting the pivot role of the white label, reshaping the fraud prevention strategies, fortifying the security features, and all these things are inbuilt from the day one onwards whenever I'm taking into the board of the non-banking financial companies. Whenever I am giving my core banking connectivity to the API of the NBFC, I'm thinking, rethinking whether any modified intentions are there, whether they are capturing my data, whether they are going to change my data, all these things. Then automatically, whatever the weaknesses in my existing system, that will be rectified in this process also. Leveraging the infrastructure, regulatory approvals of established banks, white label pioneers innovative solutions. Development is the particularly IT, information technology, sky is the limit. The boundaries are sky. And the collaboration not only enhances the customer experience, but also propels industry towards the unprecedented levels of service customized and access. Today, the technology gives a lot of comfort to the people. Lot of comforts. Innovations are happening, more different models are appearing, and MSMEs are also getting benefited on account of fintech companies. So that's why the State Bank of India started fintech branches, fintech FINTECH, or startup branches. Startup branches, they are giving only startup, particularly in Bangalore also, startup where the IT base is there. Bangalore is called Electronic City and hub of the IT in India. So State Bank of India also started. The broadly identified white label or white label is interchangeably known as a bank as service, which represent the transformative service of a dynamic landscape of the finance. The broad identity of white label, particularly BOSS, summarizes the broad spectrum of referring the embedded banking services, whereas white label is already this was discussed. And now coming to all are discussed by me. Now this approach of faster implementation and a lower cost also, particularly white label is a faster approach. Processing time is also very less. For loan proposal, if at all you are approaching the branch, so you bring that document, this document, that document tomorrow or day after tomorrow or next week or next month like that. But here, once the document is flow in the wire, definitely automatically the processing will happen. The end result will also happen instantly. The private label banking is, on the other hand, provide a greater flexibility in designing customization of the banking. It is not a static, it is a dynamic. Based on the developments, I can change or rechange, redesign the particular the software. A non-banking partner more control over the product feature, branding, marketing, and them create the unique personalized offering. The Crow branded, all these things are discussed. Now coming to why implement a white label bank? What is the reasons for implementation of the white label bank? What is the require? Why the need is there in the country like India? Population is increasing. People requirements. People are always preferring quality as well as cost also. Quality, good quality product with the lowest cost. And beyond all these things, instant service is very much required. Instant service is very much required. One side quality, second side cost, low cost, and third side is instant this one. All these things, the main originator is the information technology. If I take into account of the services of information technology companies like fintech companies, then all these three important areas like quality, the cost, second one is the speed of a service. All is possible. So why implementing white label banking? The first, white label banking, innumerable advantages, both the non-banking partners and banking institutions, both sides. It is a win-win situation to NBFC as well as to the bank and for non-bank partners. Expand the services offering. I need not spend anything. I need not incur any capital expenditure. Only API, my brain, my technology, and how to reshape the product. Facilitate access to comprehensive spectrum of financial services without responsibility of constructing and managing the bank infrastructure. NBFC is no, only one room is sufficient. Their server, one technology specialist. They can sell the bank products and they will mint the crores of rupees, the revenue also. That is the power of the technology. Enhance the customer experience with the help of technology. They can enhance the customer experience. Embed is a seamlessly integrated banking experience with non-banking partners platform for fostering the convenience for customers. Whatever the problems are there, from time to time, they will get the information and accordingly fine-tune. So the technology fine-tuning is instantly it can happen because once the software experts are there, developers are there, the technology issues are also discussed that one and accordingly they develop the more the particular software n number of times. Brand control. They empowers the partners maintain authority over the branding and messaging, ensuring consistency in the branding identity. They should not tolerate the deterioration in the brand. They will always try to maintain the brand and the cost reduction. They need not employ more people. Only the mission, particularly hardware, software, the brain. And by circumventing the expenses tied to acquiring the bank license and establishment, notably reduce the cost. I need not obtain the bank license. I am getting license of NBFC, not the bank license. And the regulatory guidelines are fulfilled my bank only, not by me. For banking institution, that is banks, what are the benefits? The revenue streams, because after reaching the maturity level, my revenue will fall. So my revenue streams will continue. Offer avenues to generate a supplementary revenue by delivering services to non-banking. If at all I am taking these services, my strength will increase. Because today, the power is the technology. The strength is the technology. That's why the fintech companies are increasing growth. Increasing growth is very high. Market expansion. For banking, earlier, the physical branches, I'm unable to spend more amount. One ATM, one 2000 square feet, the banking hall, and ambience, air condition, staff, and the chest and the lock. So many things are there. Today that is not required. Enables access to previously untapped segments, broadening the market reach and the presence. Enhance the brand reputation. Associate banking institutions, innovative fintech enters blustering their brand image, reinforcing the standing within the country, within the industry, within the sector. And examples are, particularly the prominent example is white label banking is the Apple Pay. Worldwide, one of the best example for white label banking is the Apple Pay. A mobile payment offered by Apple. Apple partnered with various banks in the Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, to provide payment processing and account management services. Apple is only the mobile company and technology oriented. So now the Apple Pay is one of the best example for white label banking. If you go through the functionalities, the services that are offered by the particular white label banking, that is Apple Pay, if you see N number, but all banks in USA, they are linked to the Apple Pay only. This collaboration enabled Apple to offer seamless payment experience with the ecosystem. While partnering with Apple allowed banks to reach new customer segments, particularly techno-savvy customers. Banks are also reaching. The banks are reaching to the new customers is on account of Apple Pay only. If you see, whether Google Pay is there or RuPay is there or different is there, with here the functionalities, whatever the various facilities that are available is much more in the Apple Pay. Much more in the Apple Pay. On selecting white label provider, okay, now there is advantages, but at the same time we have to discuss about the disadvantages also. Whenever I am reaching an agreement with NBFC, my bank, State Bank, I'm reaching with the NBFC. NBFC, that net worth is almost only API integration and the brain and whatever the software solutions that are modified the product and branding and all these things are there. But while selecting a white label provider, the bank has to verify so many things, but I will discuss a few of them here. When consider collaboration with the white label provider, aligning physical bank vision with the providers become crucial. Bank's vision is one thing, whether NBFC vision is to be correlated. Because I'm providing a best customer service with the lowest cost. But the NBFC is vision is different, should be coincide. Next, evaluating the provider's market standing, whether he is a good market, the abilities are there or not, the track record of the success, how many is completed, technical capabilities in foundation. All these things are to be tested by the bank. Simply, I am not giving a connectivity or the tie-up with that particular company to sell my products. Delivering the certifications, whatever the certifications he got, regulatory compliance and the availability support infrastructure lays in a robust ground for potential collaboration. All these things are required. Similarly, employing value stream mapping, meticulous scrutiny of a production supply chain offers comprehensive views of strength, areas of improvement, potential growth and opportunities. I have to discuss in depth. My products are going to be on the platform of that particular NBFC, and how he is going to grab what strategies. First, I have to learn all these things. Then only whether to take his services or not, that is to be decided by the bank under white label banking, assessing product alignment, functional technical requirement. His server capacity is different, and the particular my server capabilities are different, whether it is synchronizing adaptability is there or not. So functional assignment, particularly technical requirement, ensures smooth integration. And the bank business operation, further scrutinizing the product adaptability, compatibility. Both systems should be compatible. My system configuration is different, his system configuration is different, and all these things are compatibility of NBFC existing infrastructure. Pivotal role, particularly in assessing the versatility and suitability while taking the services. Within the evolving financial landscape, fintech solutions introduce agile, speed, cost-effective to address the existing challenges. These solutions are readiness, economic viability, underscore the necessity of a attitude of partnership informed the decision-making process. So in the coming days, definitely lot of new models will arise based on the technology support is available in the country. Navigating through technology transformations within the industry essentials, the importance of staying abreast of the emerging innovations. Leveraging fintech solution can expedite the progress. Once the banking growth is happening, economic growth will also happening. Why the government is struggling for financial inclusion? All people should enjoy the services of the bank. They have to access the bank. They have to take the loans. They have to deposit their surplus funds. Then economic growth will also happen. Through fintech, the economic growth will also happen. Why? Because it reaches to the nook and corner of the country, that is villages also. Highlighting the significance meticulously, selecting white label providers, ensuring synergy with your business, with the bank business objectives, and facilitating seamless assimilation into the established operations. The key steps in implementing a white label. Some steps are there. What are the various steps that are required? In implementation of white label banking involves collaborative endeavor between the bank institutions and non-bank. Collaborative endeavor between the bank and NBFC. The process unfolds the several crucial steps. Predominantly, the bank institution ensures a seamless integration and service delivery. Service delivery standards should be maintained by the NBFCs. Banks are also. So even though integration is there, but a bank is not providing that product, then automatically the NBFC will suffer a lot. Whatever the brand developed by them will lost also. Identifying the needs. The initiation of the process rests with the non-banking partner defining the financial to be offered, pinpointing the targeted customer segment. Whenever I am integrating that NBFC with my bank, first I have to discuss who is your target customer, how you are going to target the customer, how the technology, whether the technology will be understood by the target customers or not, and all these things the bank has to discuss. The clear description of services of customer preference laid down groundwork of subsequent actions. Simply, I am not giving access or integration of my core banking solutions to the non-banking financial companies. Before that, clear description, services, what type of services, what are the customer preferences, why I am unable, why he is able to do all these things are to be discussed. Partner selection. Whenever the banks are selecting the partners, careful consideration is vested in selecting the reputable banking institution that possess both sides and requisite infrastructure, advanced technology, regulatory expert. If at all any fintech company is there, if at all they are going to give the white label banking to the cooperative banks or regional rural banks or small finance banks where technology is not up to the mark. Where technology is not up to the mark. So that's why that integration may not give the good results. First of all, the banks should best technology, respectable, reputable banking institution, possess a requisite infrastructure that is required, and they have to maintain the advanced technology and regulatory expertise also. The Reserve Bank of India not giving any stinkers on that particular bank. The pivotal step alignment between the bank's capability and non-banking requirements. After that, API integration. What API integration? Whether API integration is possible between the NBFC and bank, that is also to be looked into. Integration of bank institutions application program into non-banking platform is the paramount importance. Integration, compatibility, adaptability, synchronization, all these things are required. This integration facilitates seamless connectivity between the systems, ensuring the efficient data exchange operational synergy. Then only the flow of the documents, the flow of sanctions, the flow of processing of loans from banking to the NBFC to bank will happen. If API synchronization, adaptability, connectivity, or the compatibility is not there, then the system will fail. Branding and customization. How he will improve the brand? Because the main role is brand customer experience, the brand that is to be improved. Then only the penetration level and increase in the market share. Customizing the bank products and services to boom with the non-banking product brand identity enhance the overall customer experience become the focal point in this white label banking. Okay, he may be the expert. He may be the software expert, but he is not creative ideas how to improve the branding, how to packaging the product. Packaging the product means not simply packaging. Once the product is attractive and I have to display the product, even home loans within 24 hours. My home loans, the EMIs, the rate of interest is less. My home loans, then I will verify the due diligence of the builder also. Like that, some creative ideas are required. The step ensure the alignment with the partner's unique brand strategies. All these things are required. Otherwise, the taking the white label banking is not a good proposition. Testing and launch. Okay, all are good. Then initially I have to test with my system, with the NBFC system. Both are testing synchronization. Whatever the results or whatever the output I'm going to imagine or forecasting, that should happen. Rigorous testing of integrated solution become imperative to ensure the smooth functionality and adherence of the predefined standards. Once a regression is vetted, white label banking are launched indented customer base. That will happen. So the conclusion is, in the evolving financial landscape, white label banking stands a powerful enabler for business, whether it is a banking or non-banking like a Tanera or this one. Fostering services expansion, superior customer experience and a competitive advantage. The quality, the cost, the instant delivery. All these things are to be provided by the NBFC to the bank. Then only the white label banking will be successful one. Through partnership with licensed financial institutions, non-banking entity can offer financial without the burden of constructing or managing the bank enforcement. No sir, I'm going to develop the API, but you have to incur this cost, that cost means no bank will allow. Whatever the existing infrastructure, the technology infrastructure is available, on that only you have to develop, you have to synchronize, you have to compatibility, adaptability, all these things. No, sir, you have to purchase one more server for this API, and the cost is another 20 crores, means banks are not ready. Banks are not ready. Whatever the existing IT infrastructure is there, based on that, the integration should happen. That's why, without a burden of constructing or managing the bank infrastructure, white label banking models are poised to assume the pivotal role in the financial industry evolves. Business skill in connecting these models effectively are primed the success of a digital era. Sir, we are aged people. We are old generation people. The new generation people, the digital era, the digital India, or digital banking, or a digital insurance, or a e-commerce platform, all these things in the coming days, the approach is different, and you can access the world also. The financial system, you can, today you are accessing the NSE or BSE stock exchange through online. In future, you can access the other stock exchanges in the world also. That is possible. The financial system today, we are restricted to Indian financial system. No, the particularly the total world financial system to be accessible by you. That is definitely it will happen in the coming days. White label banking models are poised to assume the pivotal role in the financial industry evolves. The business skillful connecting the models effectively are primed for success of the digital era, where adaptability and strategic leveraging the innovative financial solutions are the key areas. That is the key areas. Abijolin is a adaptability, that is one type of software for a white label banking platform known for the robust capabilities and enabling the financial institutions offered personalized and branded digital banking solutions. With the focusing of the quickness, innovation, this software, particularly Apigilon, empowers the banks to deliver the seamless user experience while maintaining the distinct brand identity. So the software selection, the API selection, the NBFC, whatever the integration, all these things are the important one. So this is in brief about the white label banking. To know more about tomorrow's banking system, the BFSI board of our institute is conducting the FinTech course. If you wish, you can join the FinTech course. And what are the happening with a lot of experts? They will discuss about the latest developments that are happening. And every course is an opportunity. The opportunity is in your hand how to utilize. Suppose if at all you are giving rice, if I don't know how to boil that rice, that it is a waste. If another person knows how to boil and eat, then he is a successful man. So it depends upon completion of the certificate is not the criteria. How to utilize that? Completion of the certificate course is not the criteria. It is only A4 size paper. But the A4 size paper is not the criteria. The knowledge, how I am going to utilize, that is the opportunity. Some other people, they are using that opportunity and they are keep it away the certificate, but the knowledge they are using. Some people, they are putting the certificate in their file and showing in interviews and other things. That is not correct. Knowledge is power. It is much more powerful than money. And this is a advanced certificate course in FinTech. And anyhow, next webinar on InsurTech. That is the last webinar in the series of this one. And that is on next week, particularly on Friday only, the InsurTech. So far, we have discussed about fintech or banking technology, and one more also the two important sectors. One is insurance sector, second one is banking sector. Both are very, very important. The insurtech also next week. What are the technology that gives the policy holders the low price and high service, and what type of the services that are offered by the other country insurance companies? All these things I will discuss in detail in the next webinar. So thank you very much for your patience listening, and thank you very much for the BFSI board also for giving the opportunity to discuss about the white label banking system. Thank you.
Sir, thank you so much for such an exhaustive presentation. So, sir, we have some questions. While implementing white label banking, whether ERP like SAP or Oracle is used for some customized banking?
But actually, Oracle is a RDBMS, a relationship database management system. So whatever the software that is used by the banking system under the core banking system, so the NBFCs are to be synchronized with that particular their APIs or whatever the software is there, that is to be synchronized. Once a synchronization is happening, then only the bank will accept that deal. Otherwise, the bank will reject. That is applicable. That is applicable, but they have to design suitably. They have to modify suitably.
Can ARCs tie up with banks for WLB? Will WLBs include cryptocurrency transactions in future? To what extent and at what levels AI support can be expected for WLB?
Correct. In the future, particularly first, India has to roll out the central bank digital currency. That is a digital currency. Once the digital currency stabilizes, our own currency is stabilizes, then only the private currencies they will think it of. At this moment, it is very difficult to tell about the cryptocurrency to be integrated like that. So first, the CBDC to be roll out, and that is to be integrated with the banking and financial system of the country. Then only this is called public, that is a government currency, that is a fiat currency. Once it is successful, then only they will think about the private currency and all these things.
Sir, so it's a wonderful session, sir. So we are sure that the participants, they have many queries, they have many doubts, they can come back to us, they can mail us. We will upload your presentation also, sir, in our BFSI portal. So with this, we have concluded this question answer part. So now I would request CMA Dr. Aditi Dasgupta Madam. She is the Joint Director of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India for the vote of thanks.
Oh.
Thank you, Indrakshi Madam. Thank you, sir, for such a wonderful explanation, for such an exhaustive presentation. Really, we are enlightened. And that is the reason why we always request you to share your wisdom with us only. Thank you so much, sir. Well, to wrap up, I would like to thank our President, CMA Bibi Nayak, sir, our Vice President, CMA TCN Prasad, sir, and our Chairman of BFSIB Board, CMA Chittaranjan Chattopadhyay, sir, and the board members for their support, motivation. And I would also like to thank CMA Dibyendu Roy, Additional Director, and the HOD of BFSIB. I would like to thank the all the members of the board who are working with us for their support, and also to thank the CP department and the IT department, without whose support this program would not have been possible. Thank you, Indrakshi Madam, and thank you, members, for being with us. With that, we wrap up for today's session. Over to you, Madam.
Thank you so much, madam. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks to all the participants. So with this, we are closing the program for today. Thank you so
And
much. Good evening to
next
everyone.
week also that InsurTech
Yes.
is there.
Yes,
That is
sir.
the
Yes,
last
sir.
webinar.
Yes, sir. We will have the last webinar on the topic of InsurTech. That is on 9th of August. We will
Correct,
have
ma'am.
that. Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good evening to
I'm
everyone.
closing now. Thank you very
Yes,
much,
sir.
madam.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.